It's an international trip again. This time, it's Indonesian views. But it was a trip that was away from the usual tourist spots in Indonesia, where we explored natural beauty and waterfalls. Not only that, but this is a volcano that is smoking. There were also some amazing sights on this trip, such as the sulfuric blue fire on the Mount Nijan. This episode is a package that mixes various views including beaches, rice fields and more. So all these scenes are uploaded as a single episode without dragging them all together. So shall we visit Indonesia? We flew from Cochin and landed at Denpasar Airport in Bali, Indonesia, in the evening and went straight to our rooms. Our trip started the next morning. We went straight to a waterfall, Sekumpul Waterfall. When we arrived, the road was good. In many places we felt it similar to India. The roads and the buildings were all the same, right up to this wire fencing. This gate, known as the Bali Gate, is an important place on the way to the waterfall. It is called the Handara Gate. Although its name is gate, there is no gate, only a wall. In fact, this construction is not only here. You can see the spires of temples everywhere in Bali. This is part of their tradition, but it is not this big. It is beautiful when you see this big gate with its background and greenery. You can only take a photo here after waiting in the line for an hour, according to the token number, to avoid people gathering around and taking photographs in the middle of commotion. Everyone is separated and each person is given 3 minutes to take a photograph. We took the car and went again. The destination is the waterfall. The route is fun, if you look at the road, isn't it? It's a road with lots of greenery and the weather is too good. It will take us about an hour to reach the waterfall. And one of the advantages of coming to Indonesia is that if we come here, we can make money very quickly. If you pay 500 rupees in our country, you will get 1 lakh rupees in here. You can become a millionaire very quickly. There's no particular benefit to saying that. If both people go for a meal, it will cost 1 lakh rupees. But you cannot say that it is very expensive either. If you go to places that are not touristy, the expenses are very low. Oh my god, it's like we reached Idki. Indonesia is a place with all kinds of weather. Like Ladakh, it's cold, foggy, rainy and hot. You can enjoy every weather in here. The official rainy season in Bali is from October to April. But even though we came in June, it felt like a rainy season. The guide said us that it rains occasionally. We took Pocket Road from the main road and have to go to another 4 to 5 kilometers to reach the waterfalls. Then we booked this taxi through a package. As usual, it's Tripuntold's package, which includes everything from picking up from the airport to dropping back. They have Indonesian packages starting from Rs 17,000. The reality is that the rates vary depending on the category of the hotel you're staying in and the number of days you stay. We reached the place where we parked our car and started walking a little with our guide. We have to walk for about half an hour to reach the waterfall. A farmer comes with rice. The people here are very friendly. And even if they see us, they will smile and say hello. After walking a little, there is a cafeteria here. The guide asked us to come up there and take a look. There is a big mountain on the other side and rice fields at the bottom. Didn't you see that? The beautiful rice terraces are the major tourist attraction in here. Foreigners come here just to see this. Even in Kerala, there are a lot of rice fields, but it is beautiful to see terraces like this. Indonesia is known as the largest island country in the world. Due to its size, Indonesia has 3 time zones. Each one are different from Bali's time. Similarly, Indonesia is the fourth most populous country in the world. Just as each climate is different, each culture also varies. The Bali we come to has a climate and culture similar to India and Kerala. Bali is a place with temples and Hindu culture, while the rest of the islands are more Muslims. There are 3 waterfalls at the particular place we are going down. This is one of them. You have to descend about 350 steps to reach this waterfall. Our guide, who is coming with us, has just completed his 12th standard, working as a guide during his school vacation. This is where you need to buy your entrance ticket. Since our package includes all these ticket costs and guides, we have no other expenses. So from there we started descending the 350 steps. It wasn't as easy as I thought. When I started going, half of these steps were steep. So, those who are not in good health can't reach this waterfall. When we went to the left, we saw the Fiji waterfall that we say from above. And when we went to the right, there was the Sekumpul Waterfalls. Now since it is likely to rain, we will go to the Sekumpul Waterfall first. So we reached the waterfalls. This is the Sekumpul Waterfall. Not only is the water filling up from the waterfalls, but it is also raining. So we can't really take a video from a good height. Although it is not really a monsoon season, it feels like a rainy season. Now since the area where this waterfall is located is a hill station, it usually foggy and rains in here. Since it was raining heavily, we decided to walk back without stopping for long. How could we have stepped on the Indonesian soil so close to the nature and felt the cold and rain? A walk I enjoyed. Actually, when the water got into my shoes, I took it off and held them. Let's go to the next place. An interesting activity that everyone comes to Bali does is an ATV ride. We parked our car and went to the place where we booked our ride. There are many ATV centers here. Not all companies have their own track. You can see many ATV rides in many places in Bali. So we got on the bike. ATV Ride here is not just a program where you drive for 10 minutes just to get an experience. They have prepared a track that you need to drive for almost an hour or half or maybe to 2 hours. It is a setup that gives you an adventure feeling with water and mud. There are tourists who come to Bali just to do the ATV experience in here. When we compare to many other foreign countries, the cost of the trip is less, due to which many tourists visit here. This ATV ride is so energetic. The road is so bad, sometimes we fall into mud, but we really enjoy it. They specifically told us to bring extra clothes for the ATV as soon as we got out of the room. Similarly, we should bring extra clothes when we go to the waterfalls. It's not like the bike is in a very good condition either. People are driving this the entire time. The condition of the bike is very poor. Most people go and hit many people also. But even if they hit it is fine, no one minds it. After 1.5 hours of ATV ride, there's a tea break. Tea, water, beer, etc. We can buy whatever we need. After the ride, they took us to the place where we parked our car. But on the way, we wondered if we even reached Palakkad for a moment. Temples, palm trees, coconut trees, and so on are a Hindu tradition. Wherever you go in Bali, you will see such sights. We went straight there to see the rice terraces. That is when we went to see the waterfalls in the morning. We saw these rice terraces. It was natural. This is a commercial rice terrace with the swings to take photographs, zip lines, and many other activities. Sometimes there are only 1 or 2 sands in a field, but you can see that they're all cultivated. All this is standing in the middle of nowhere. We who own rice fields as far as the eye can see can develop all this in tourism. But because of the good weather here, low costs, and an atmosphere that is safe for tourists. Similarly, the behavior of people and the driving culture is very respectful. Although the terraced fields are famous in here, there are even wild rice fields. This is the beauty that we can only see in Bali, Indonesia. Rice cultivation is the most in Bali. Although there is a cultivation in other places, vegetables and leafy crops are the most cultivated there. Let's go to the room. This is the resort where we are staying. It's a 5-star resort with some independent villas and rooms. We came on Tripuntold's 5-star package. They have similar packages like 3-star and 4-star. I'll give you the details in the description. Let's go inside the room and take a look. It is a big room with very luxurious feel. Even though we didn't say honeymoon, they wrote happy honeymoon on the bed. Bali is a major honeymoon destination for Indians. Maybe that is the reason. There's a small waterfall and a stream on one side of this resort. Let's go down there. They have even made a swimming pool right next to the stream. Our resort is not in a town, but in a village with fields, so there is no air pollution or sound pollution. It is an area that feels very peaceful. After dinner, we went to the bed, and next morning we went to our next destination. A change from the sights we saw yesterday. Today's sights are full of sea and beaches. We have to sit on a boat for about an hour to go to the famous called the Nusa Penida. That's where the world-famous Broken Beach and Diamond Beach are present. The boat tickets are already set. So let's go on the boat and head there. This Panida is an island. If you look at it from one end, there's a small island with a total length of 25 km only. But the beaches here are very beautiful. Diamond Beach and Broken Beach are the main attractions. We arrived in Panida and it is a very hot place, unlike yesterday's weather. Although the beach is generally hot, we had a driver here to pick us up. So we're going straight to the Diamond Beach. Well, we have to stay here for a day and walk around to see the entire beach. But we have to go back this evening due to the lack of time. This is the view from the top of Diamond Beach. All the beaches here are seen from such heights. You can see that the water is very clear blue. There is a way to go down there. So let's go and take a look. The steps on the side of this beach are made of rocks. There are handrails and it is safe. So we have reached the beach. Now due to the tide, it's a little bit low. The sea is rising, but the water is so clear that it looks so beautiful. If the water reached the rock you see, the beach will disappear. Even though you have to go down all these steps, people still come down here as they please. There are swings like this here to take photographs, but the charge to climb in one of these swings and take a photograph is around 2 lakhs, which is about 1000 rupees. Since it is a major tourist place visited by everyone who comes to see Bali, this Panida island is crowded with tourists. Similarly, the price of tender coconut can easily be 50,000 rupees. And you can see small islands in many places in the sea. There are actually many more smaller islands like this, which adds to its beauty. There are many places like this to take photographs with this background. Here, you have to pay 1 lakh per minute to take photos. It is as if the money has no value at all. Since we are making this whole trip as a single episode, I'm not going to extend much. Let's go have some food. I ordered fried rice. It is made beautifully by putting fried eggs on top. After eating all that, I went back to the room. The next day, it's a trek. That is, after the first day's completely different experience, we're going to trek a completely different mountain. Today, we're going to see the blue flame on Mount Bromo's Ijen mountain. Ijen is a volcano that was active in the past. Now it's a mountain where sulfur comes from underneath the earth and burns in blue color flame. When the sulfuric gas that comes out of earth mixes with the oxygen, it turns into a blue flame. Since it's a poisonous gas, we have to wear masks like this. If you get all that smoke in your eyes, it will water and you cannot open your eyes for a while. It's very rare in the world to have a sulfuric blue fire like this. It's the biggest in the world. The largest number of places where blue fire burns is in Mount Ijen and then in Ethiopia. But the area where the fire burns is smaller than here, which is why tourists come here to see this natural chemical reaction firsthand. Since it can only be seen in dark, you have to get up at 2 in the morning and walk 3 to 4 kilometers up the mountain to reach here. Similarly, there is an acid lake about a kilometer in the circumference in this volcanic mountain. When the sun rises, it has a greenish blue color. But this is not just water, it is acid mixed with hot water. Also, it is very cold in this area. I forgot to mention that at the first, so you have to wear clothes accordingly. You can buy it for rent from this place. Oh, this is the solid sulfur liquid. People carry it in a basket. You can see these workers leaving this place with fire, red-faced, even without wearing a mask. Everyone started to get back up. So let's walk. After climbing that mountain and reaching the top, we have to walk about 3 to 4 kilometers to get down. So this is the color of the lake. This is the view from the top of the volcano Ijen. On one side there is sulfur and smoke, and on the other side there is greenery and mist. We are going back anyways. It will take about an hour to get down. There is an option where people who can't walk anymore are carried in push carts. This is called a taxi service. We are really not in India, we are in Indonesia. If anyone asks us if we belong to India, they immediately say, "Oh, you're from Shah Rukh Khan's country." Even though they don't speak Hindi, many people here know Hindi songs. That volcano is not the only one. There are many other volcanoes on the other side. But if you see that one that's smoking, It's a volcano called Mount Bromo. It's always smoking like this, and we can go there. Similarly, if you see a big mountain over there, it's also a volcano. If you look at it, you can see smokes coming out of it. It looks like a small smoke because we're looking at it from far. Mount Bromo and Ijen are not close to Bali. We have to take a domestic flight from Bali to Java Island. The time zone here is an hour behind. It is a long way away. It's not what to see in the straight ahead. It's the volcano Mount Bromo that's smoking on its left side. It erupted in 2014. So let's go over there and have a look. The tourists who come here are all arriving in off-road 4x4 vehicle. The FJ40 is the predecessor of the FG Cruiser. Every vehicle is painted in a different color and it is beautiful to look at it all together. So we got down from the top of the mountain where we were and went down a little distance from the volcano through the vehicle. From there we have to walk a little. In this place that looks like a desert, there are many vehicles. Mount Bromo is what you see in the distance. We can either go by a walk or on a horseback. Since this place is very cold, walking does not seem to be a very big problem. We had already rented jackets. So this is the view from the top of this volcano. It's still smoking from the inside. This is a volcano that erupted in 2014. There are many other active volcanoes in Indonesia. During our trip, Mount Levotobi erupted and caused cancellation of many flights. But it's not close to this place, it's almost 1,000 kilometers away from Bali. Everyone is going back. So after seeing some important places in Indonesia, our first episode is over. Now we are on a journey to explore the wildlife in Indonesia. We'll take a boat ride along the river in Borneo and go into the jungle. A trip where we'll do trekking, and this also by Tripuntold's package. Here the animals are mostly monkeys and that to orangutans which are similar to humans. So see you in the next episode.